Hey, 7th graders, last lesson in our unit, our chapter on plate tectonics. Lesson 3 is the theory of plate tectonics. So we will be reviewing and taking a quiz on Thursday, but let's get going with lesson 3 here. So our My Planet Diary is a fun fact called Slip Sliding Away. It says in 30 million years, this airplane might take 1 hour longer to fly from New York to London than it takes today. That's because these two cities are moving slowly apart as they ride on pieces of Earth's crust. Now, 30 million years is quite some time from now, but just an interesting thing to know. So, what is the theory of plate tectonics? The first, plates are a section of the lithosphere, which is part of the Earth's crust, that slowly moves over the asthenosphere, another part, carrying pieces of continental and oceanic crust. So, continental again, anything where there's a continent, oceanic where there's ocean. Earth's plates meet at boundaries. Along each boundary, plates move in one of 3 ways. So they move apart or diverge from each other at a divergent boundary. They come together or converge at a convergent boundary, and they slip past each other along a transform boundary. So a divergent boundary, again, a plate boundary where 2 plates move away from each other. Convergent is a plate boundary where 2 plates move toward each other, and a transform boundary is a plate boundary where 2 plates move past each other in opposite directions. These are 100% going to be on your assignment for today. So here's a look at the different boundaries in the world. So you have like the Eurasian plate, which is also over here. So it's kind of like in pictures. But so in North America, we're about here-ish, I would say. So right here is a transform boundary, and then we also have a divergent plate boundary, so they can overlap a little bit. So then over here and up here, you see lots of convergent plate boundaries, which are the ones that move together. Okay. So plate tectonics, the theory that pieces of Earth's lithosphere are in constant motion, driven by convection currents in the mantle. So the theory of plate tectonics states that Earth's plates are in slow, constant motion, driven by convection currents in the mantle. Plate tectonics explains the formation, movement, and subduction of Earth's plates. So Earth's plates move because they are at the top part of the large convection currents in Earth's mantle. During subduction, gravity pulls denser plate edges downward into the mantle. The rest of the plate also moves. The motion of the plates is like the motion of liquid in a pot of soup heating on a stove. We have faults, which are a break in Earth's crust along which rocks move. So again, divergent boundaries move apart. We have a rift valley. I don't remember why I put those that way. So rift valley is a deep valley that forms where 2 plates move apart. Convergent move together, transform move past each other in opposite directions. So it'd be like if I was coming at myself and I'm going to go like this. So one keeps going one way, one keeps going the other way. So here's an example. So you have the plate, the asthenosphere underneath it. So divergent, they're moving apart. Convergent, moving together. Transform, moving past each other in opposite directions. So your vocab, plates, a section of the lithosphere that slowly moves over the asthenosphere, carrying pieces of continental and oceanic crust. Divergent boundary is a plate boundary where 2 plates move away from each other. Convergent boundary, a plate boundary where 2 plates move toward each other. And a transform boundary, a plate boundary where 2 plates move past each other in opposite directions. Plate tectonics, the theory that pieces of Earth's lithosphere are in constant motion, driven by convection currents in the mantle. Faults, a break in Earth's crust along which rocks move. And rift valley, a deep valley that forms where 2 plates move apart. So your assignment is to complete the Edmodal questions for lesson 3. Again, if you want to start studying for the quiz on Thursday, you can. We'll review beforehand. But you'll have the 4 vocab words that aren't the boundaries in a matching question. And then you'll have the 3 boundaries either in a matching or like multiple choice where I ask you, which plate boundary is this? And then there will be some more questions about the various other things from the lesson. All right? So Lesson 3 questions. Please let me know if you have any questions or want more explanation for something, and have a wonderful day.